Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia, and I'm going live right now to break down my semifinal 2 predictions, okay? I'm very excited about this. We just watched the family show. So yeah, we got to talk about this. I'm going to try and get my camera so then I can maybe be a little for y'all. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I'm going to wait for more folks to kind of join. And yeah, this room is really not like the best for this because it's like windows all around. So it just looks like kind of dark, even if it's not very dark. Hello. Hi from Poland. You want Spain to win so much? They're not going to. Thanks, Max Martel. Hey, folks from Romania. I am enjoying Portugal. I don't know if you guys saw I just posted a video of just showing like some little activities that I've done. So what's my favorite from this semi? Well, I'm going to get into all of it. Hello from Hungary. What do I think about Norway's entry? Well, I've talked about it before. I don't like it, but it's not for me. So I can understand why some people like it, but, you know, I'm not a huge fan. Hey, Curacao, how is Lisbon? You should check out my video that I just uploaded, like, this morning. It has some, like, little clips of me, like, hanging out. Hey, Latvian who lives in Ireland. Hello, trans nerd boy. Chicago's in the house. All right, Chicago. Do I think Slovenia might actually have a chance of qualifying? Let's get into it. So I've got about 53 people watching right now, and that's fine. So that means I'm going to run into it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to give you my thoughts on every country that performed, and then I'm going to get into who I think is borderline, who I think won't make it, and who I think is actually going to be able to get into the final. So yes, let's start with Norway. Look, Norway is still not convincing me. I do think this is a fun song. I think kids and maybe people with children will be really into this because I think it is a cute song. But I personally just don't think it should actually qualify. Hey, Tara King from the UK. I am enjoying my stay in Portugal. You should see the video that I just uploaded on my channel. I have like some scenes of me kind of hanging out around town and what not. So yes, Norway still hasn't convinced me. I do think it is going to qualify because some people really do like this song. I don't, but that's okay. We all have different tastes. Romania. I don't think Romania is going to make it this year. Her vocal is great. The styling is good. But no, I think Romania is not going to make it. Yeah. So that's Romania. I'm going to say Serbia. I'm actually into it. This grew on me. At first, I kind of was like, no, I don't think it's going to make it through. But the staging is not bad. And actually listening to it, it kind of gives me like soundtrack feels. It's very epic. I'm thinking like Wonder Woman, Amazonian women. I actually was surprised how, like Serbia really did grow on me. And I guess that's a good thing for Serbia. But this is a very competitive year. I should start off by saying that I think this is one of the most competitive years at Eurovision. I think the last year we had that was pretty competitive was 2016. And this one's, I think, tougher than 2016 was. And even 2016, we really sort of knew what our top 4 contenders were going to be, dueling it out in the end. This year, I think it's kind of a mixed bag, and I think we could have some vote splitting. So let me move on to San Marino. It's a no, but I will say this. Jessica, to me, had the best makeup on the stage today. Her makeup was perfect. The highlight on her face was flawless. She looked good, and the styling was good. The styling for San Marino, I like what Jenny B is wearing, and I like what Jessica is wearing. So even though the song is a no, it's not making it through, I'm happy that they look good. Because, Hey, Leo. Is the winner in semifinal 2 It could be, and I'll get to that a little bit later. So here we're moving on. Okay, let's move to Denmark. Denmark is epic. The harmonies are really, really good. Like, this was the first time I felt like I could really hear kind of the chorus behind him. And that was really good. I think Denmark is making it. I think it's just unique enough. And for the love of Game of Thrones, I say put it in. I think it's unique. I think it's different. And it sounds good. And the staging is right. Even though we're still not getting the snowstorm. Apparently, there's supposed to be a snowstorm. It's not really a snowstorm. It's crazy because it feels like even Ireland had more snow than they have, which is weird. Anyway, Russia. Look, I posted a tweet earlier, and I'm gonna say this. I'm starting to get really, really irked with the way people are talking about Russia. You cannot like the song. You can say that the vocal is not what it needs to be, but we are talking about a woman who is not an able-bodied individual. And I just think that there's a level of respect that, like, us as able-bodied people need to pay to that. And I mean, on a level, I'm like, is her diaphragm able to hold as much air as someone who is able-bodied? I don't know. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually got a little bit teary-eyed at the performance today, because just looking at the comments on Twitter with just people like trashing her looks, and I have an issue. I have an issue with that, because I just think it's inappropriate and we don't have to go there. Now, I actually would say too that I actually like Russia's song. I think the studio cut is actually good, and I actually prefer Russia's song to Australia's this year, for sure. I think the song is actually good. Now, is the vocal what it needs to be? No. But when I say I got a little bit teary-eyed watching it, listening to this like non-able-bodied woman sing "I Won't Break," it's emotional. I'm sorry. It's emotional, period. Yeah. So there we go. Oh, thank you, Barry Gold. Thanks. Okay, so let's move on. Wait, on Russia, I will say this. The reason why I actually think it might not qualify is the choreography is very contemporary dance. It's very, very contemporary dance. And I think it might be a little too contemporary. I think there are just moments where the movements look weird, a little bit jarring. And I mean, I've been to a contemporary dance show, and there's a time and place for it. But it does, for a 3-minute piece, it could be jarring, and I don't know if people will really be into that. I think if they had just done something a little bit more like lyrical dance, that might have been better, but here we are. So Moldova, let me say this. Okay, hold on, whoa. So yeah, Moldova, let's talk about Moldova. It's qualifying. It needs to qualify. The harmonies are tight. The staging is tight. It is good. Moldova is good. I don't know how else to like put it. I'm just like, whoa. It's just tight. It's clean. It looks professional. Moldova is giving us like a Eurovision performance, and I feel like not in a camp way. Like, it is campy. It is a little bit cheesy, but it's fun. And I kind of said before, it was like sort of like elevated cruise ship, which some people might think that's like a dig, but it's not. I said elevated cruise ship. And those harmonies are tight. Like, they're actually giving us vocal. They can sing. It's just fun and needs to be there. Let's move on to the Netherlands. Netherlands tweaked their staging a little bit to kind of, I think, address some concerns that some folks had. Netherlands is qualifying. The song is really good. It's a really, really good song. And Waylon, it looks good. He sounds great. I actually do like the fact that they are taking a risk by having like hip hop dance in it. I think it's different, you know, and I think sometimes people can just be too literal, and it's like, just take a risk. Like, this is Eurovision. You don't have to play it like safe. And I'm glad he took a risk. Now I can appreciate it, especially because I feel like they made the changes that they needed to make. So Yes, I'm going to do a roundup at the end. At the end, simple things I'm going to give. Right now, I'm just going to go through each country that performed. So we still have a long way to go because now I'm moving on to Australia. Okay. Australia should be a borderline qualifier at best, if not qualifying. Because let's start off with the fact that Australia's song, it's not that much of a standout. It's a little bit generic, and it actually kind of reminded me of Azerbaijan's song. And guess what happened to Azerbaijan? They didn't qualify. Here's the thing that can make that song great. What can make Australia great is Jessica, her charisma, but more importantly, her vocal. And right now, the vocal is not where it needs to be. The vocal is not where it needs to be. It's concerning. I am concerned listening to her. From someone who has had vocal cord surgery, listening to her, I feel like she's about to create a cyst. She's straining, and it makes me concerned. It makes me concerned. And people keep saying that semifinal 2 is easy. It was easier than semifinal 1 because we had a lot of good songs. But I will say with semifinal 2, I think we have a lot of kind of mediocre songs. Well, should I say mediocre? Not mediocre, but like similar songs. We have a lot of songs that are kind of the same, where one is not necessarily that much better than the other. Like, we've got some standouts, but then we do have some songs that I feel are kind of in the same category. You know, it's like Serbia, Montenegro are both giving us ethnic stuff. Both of them not about to make it through. You know what I mean? So which one makes it through? That's the question. So anyway, yeah, with Australia, I just feel like I'm concerned for the vocal. For Jessica, it sounds like she's straining. I don't know. I think it's qualifying, but I think when we get these numbers, it's going to be borderline at best. Georgia, it's very pretty. It sounds like Catholic music. I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic. So it sounds like music I used to listen to in church. But the boring churches. Because I went to a Catholic church that was a Black Catholic church. So we had gospel music. We did not have like the boring church music. Georgia's giving me like the monk. Like monk voices. So yeah, ESC videos. Do I think Romania will make it? No. Yeah, I don't. But let me keep going. Poland. Look, Poland is actually doing what Mikolas Joseph and Netta kind of aren't doing. They're party songs, and the audience is getting into it, and we're getting the party from the audience, but we're not necessarily getting the party on stage. Poland is actually giving us like the party on stage. Like, I actually feel like, okay, this is like a Biza, it's a club mix. I think Poland will qualify, and I believe that they should qualify because it was just fun, and the vocal was good today. Lucas sounded good today. It just is fun. It's fun, and when Gromi dances, I just smile. Like, I'm not laughing at him. I feel like I'm laughing with him, and we're having like a party. So Poland's good. Malta has a chance to qualify. I think if it does qualify, it's going to be borderline. Here's the thing with Malta. I figured out, because I have like this love-hate relationship, I feel like, with Malta this year. To me, it's her vocal. I need a vocal that's just giving me a little bit more power. And her vocal just is a little too nasal for me personally. I think if Malta gets in, it's going to be borderline. That's what I think. I think if it makes it in, it's going to be a borderline qualifier. And I mean, of course, Malta will be happy for that. The staging is good, but the situation does sort of remind me of Iceland, where it's like the staging is good, the song is good. It kind of should make it through, and then it might kind of surprise people, and it's like the staging didn't really help it at all. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yes, okay, ESC videos. Yeah, post the question. So Hungary could win. I'm telling you right now, Hungary could win. It could win. I don't know what else to tell y'all after that. I remember people were getting on my top 10 videos saying, oh, Hungary's not even going to qualify. And I was like, it is. So why are we having this conversation? Because it's definitely going to qualify. But not only is it going to qualify, it could potentially win. I think Hungary could potentially win Eurovision this year. And I'll break that down a little bit later. Latvia is not making it through. It's sad because it's not a bad song. not a bad vocal, but it's not enough. The staging is letting it down a little bit, but I would say the biggest issue with Latvia is I want to have, and maybe this will be my responsibility, I can create my own Eurovision. I just don't believe her. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to answer this question from ESC videos. Since I'm Romanian, something struck me. Last year, you said that Romania's entry is too silly for Eurovision and you don't like it. But this year, we have Israel, and I think Israel is sillier. Israel is not sillier. What made last year sillier was we had a man who was rapping, who is not a rapper, who has no business rapping. So we could start from there. And then secondly, then we have a rapper and a girl in the middle yodeling. Now, although her vocal was good and she was not bad, that was silly to me to have a hip hop song, have a rapper who's not really a rapper rapping, and then you have it paired with a girl who's yodeling. That was weird to me. Now, Netta is using a looper, so I'm getting some musicality. Two, the song, like Homegirl is giving vocal. And yeah, we could say like, he's a buck up, no, buck up. But it's like chickens, I get it. But you know what? It's okay. Romania just wasn't for me last year, and that's fine. It was for some other people. That's fine. Israel this year, I'm feeling it. It's fine. I don't think it's winning, but it's fine if it does, because I would love to go there. And I think the song is, I think it's a credible entry to me. So we left off with Sweden. Yeah, because I said Latvia, so I'm done with that. Sweden is going through, it looks like a music video. It looks like a music video. When I have shown people clips of Benjamin's performance from Melfest, all of my friends were just like, what is this? I will answer this question. Do I think Austria will have its worst result? They should. I'll put it that way. I don't know if it's going to actually, no, I take it back. Australia is probably going to have its worst result this year. Yeah, I can say that pretty slightly comfortably. I think this is going to be their worst result. And I think it really is because of the song. And I think they should have just done a song that was just a regular song. It sounded like they were trying to make a song for Eurovision. And obviously that it's just not working out for them. And it really is because we need the vocal to be tight. And I think Jessica's voice is just tired. And I'm concerned about it. It's unfortunate. All right. We have Montenegro. Sounds good. It's not making it through, but it sounds good. I think Montenegro should be proud of what they're doing. But I just, yeah. So we've got two countries left. I'm going to talk about Slovenia, Ukraine, and then I'm going to be telling you who I think is going to make it through, who I think is borderline, and who no. Slovenia, for me, I think it's going to be a no, and I'm sad about it. I really would like to see Slovenia in the final, just personally. I would like it. I think it's cute. We have staging. We're getting a show. I love the styling. It sounds good. It's fun. Honestly, I think the whole adding the stop in the middle of it where the music cuts out, I don't think that was the right move. I feel like juries were already probably going to be on the fence about it. And then with the stop, I think juries are going to be like, oh, now y'all just desperate. I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm not a juror. I'm not in their brains. I don't know what they think. But I do think, the styling is good. The performance is good. I just don't think it's going to happen for them this year, though. I don't think it's going to happen for them this year. But I wish it would. And if it qualifies, I'm telling y'all, I'm crying. I'm crying real tears of joy. Real tears of joy if it ends up making it through. But I do think people at home might be into the entry. I don't know. We'll see. So here we go. And then Ukraine. Ukraine is good. I love the quirk of Malevin, the coffin, the vampire. Just the theatrics of it all are so great. They're so great, the theatrics of it all. The styling. And he sounds good. Now, I will say this. That song is really a song about nothing. Like, the words, you know what? I'm going to pull up the lyrics for you guys. That's what we're going to do. Because I said it for someone, and they were like, no, it's about, like bad luck and things, like under the ladder. I was like, I get that from the title, but I do not get it from any of these words. So let's do this interpretive reading of Under the Ladder from 11. Curtains down. I'm laughing at the trial. Help me to unravel. Tangle of my innocence inside. Faith's about to be severed. Oh, 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 won't get any better. Oh, 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 walk under the ladder. Shout out just one reason. What's this for? Sir, these lyrics don't really make any sense. They don't. They don't. But it sounds good, and he looks good singing it. So I do think it should qualify. And the staging is cool. But for me, if you are a juror, you cannot get this more than 10 points. You can't. You cannot. I cannot believe that you, as a music professional, a real music professional, would look at these lyrics and go, let me just go back to Under the Ladder. Let's do verse 2. Desperate thoughts. Your hope calls you a liar. Fear begins to revel. Nothing but your will sets you on fire. Fire lasts forever. Sir, what are these lyrics? I would have preferred him just singing a song in Ukrainian, if I'm being blunt, because he can sing. He looks good singing, and we could have just done that. All right. Okay. So I'm done with that. Let me go through. I've got my notes, and I am going to tell you. Well, most jurors and viewers don't speak English as their first language, so nobody will really care. And that's the problem. You've answered it yourself. That's the problem. Because if you are going to play in my sandbox and speak English, you need to be judged on that level. But if you want to play in your sandbox, you can talk about and sing about whatever you want. And I can just appreciate it. I'm not going to, and I think that's really the thing. I think there's this misnomer of people will appreciate something less if it's in a different language. But look, Ari from Iceland, if that song was in Icelandic, we might be having a different conversation. Song was still dated though, but different conversation. Anyway, okay. So here's who I think is going to make it in. Listen up. Ukraine, Sweden, Hungary, Poland, Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, Moldova, Australia. And I do think Russia is going to squeak its way in. And the reason why I think Russia is going to squeak its way in, honestly, is when I saw the performance today, I shed a tear. I did shed a little tear. Just for Yulia, on a level. Yeah. So here's what I would say is borderline. So if Russia doesn't make it in and Australia doesn't make it in, here's where I'm pulling from. Borderline, I think we've got Malta, Serbia, and Slovenia. I think people at home are going to be into Slovenia's entry. I think Slovenia has more buzz than people give the entry credit for. So I think Slovenia has some nice momentum behind it. I do think Serbia, a lot of people like Serbia. And the staging, I don't feel like is letting it down that much. And it sounds good. It sounds like the ethnic part, homegirl, Danica, I think her name is Danica. She can sing and it's good. And all her parts, I could have almost had the song without the man. I could have almost done this song just like with just those ethnic bits. It's funny. I see a comment here saying, after seeing Albania, Lithuania, and Ireland qualifying in the first semi, I have a little hope for Montenegro. I do too, but the issue with Montenegro is I don't know if people at home are really going to grasp onto it. I think people at home would grasp more onto Serbia's entry, and that's why I think Serbia could get in. I think if we don't have Australia and Russia in the final, I'm thinking we're gonna have Malta, Serbia, or Slovenia making their way in. And let's talk about Malta a little bit more in detail. Like I said, the song ultimately is not for me because I think it has some clunky lyrics. And I'm not a huge fan of Christabel's vocal for this song. I think she's a good singer, but I preferred her other songs. And I just think her voice is not really for this. Now, let me tell you, I listened to that instrumental track, the boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, wah, 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 wah. I love the vocal, the like karaoke track of Taboo. That is crying for somebody to write some other lyrics and give us another song, because the track is fire. The track, that producer did that. What is it? Mushu did that. Yeah. So let me talk about my nose. Hold up, wait. Why, Alesia? Why in the world is Moldova 8th in the odds? It's an okay song. It's definitely not better than Finland, which is in 13th. Okay. Moldova is so high in the odds because of people thinking, honestly, Russia might not qualify. I mean, that's why it's so high. And Moldova's song is good. They're tight. They're tight. Stian asked me, do I think Norway will qualify? Unfortunately, yes. Norway is going to qualify. Georgia is not making it footy 93. It's not happening. Kit Kat says, you think that Norway could win? Unfortunately, I think Norway could win too. Unfortunately. Yeah, Moldova's just fun this year. Yeah, Moldova's just fun this year. There's a reason why it's so good. Yusuf says, how are lyrics alluding to mental health embarrassing? It is a message song, but these lyrics are clunky and they have cliches in them. How about this? I'll do this. I'm going to pull up the lyrics to Malta Taboo lyrics. I will break this down to you because if I say something, I say it because I have a reason for saying it. The lyrics are clunky because it's clearly written by someone who English isn't their first language. Nothing wrong with that, but it is something wrong with it when the lyrics sound clunky and when you use cliches. So let our guards down. It's time to break the taboo before we all become animals. There are several songs that already kind of say things like that, like, oh, we don't want to become animals. So it's just a little bit cliche. Sticks and stones won't break my soul, just like sticks and stones won't break my bones. It's a cliche. We have to be more creative than that. If music is your art and your passion, you have to think about every piece. It's not just about how you weave the notes and everything. You have to think about how you're utilizing these lyrics. And when you put cliche lyrics in a song, it's lazy. It's lazy because you're just using things that people have kind of already said. So that is why. So someone says, am I too naive if I think that Hungary can win it all? I'm going to tell you no. And maybe I should break down what I think could possibly happen this year. Stop bashing Ryback. I hope you're not talking about me because I'm not bashing him. I said that the song is not for me. It can be for some other people, but it is not for me. And that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So, what else? Yusuf says, I think Norway has the most cliches, though. They do. And that is why that song is not for me. There we go. What do you think about the Netherlands? What place do you personally put it in? The Netherlands has ticked down for me. I'm not going to lie. I did have it in my top 10. You should watch my other videos. But I think the Netherlands is a very good, credible song. So There we go. Moldova has cliches too. Here's the thing. Moldova has cliches, but they're not taking themselves seriously. Malta's like, oh, my song is so deep and I'm taking it seriously. Same thing with Alexander. He's like, it's like if he almost said like, hey, I just wanted to write this fun song, something really simple, I would appreciate it. But he's actually saying like he was inspired by Salvador to write that song. And that's odd to me. Thank you, Mats. Thank you. Izelle is cheese. Yeah, it was a little bit cheesy. Do I prefer Waylon or Jean? For the song, I prefer Waylon. For the act itself, Jean, because the feelings I got, like I cried listening to Jean off their vocal. Like the vocal was so good, it brought tears to my eyes because I just was like, you are blessed, boo. Y'all got pipes that come from God. I mean, for real, it just so yeah. So let me, why do I rate Latvia so highly? Do I rate it that highly? I just said it's not going to qualify. So there we go. It's not going to qualify. So here we go. Did I like Romania? Here's the thing. Romania's song sounds like 2001 for me. It just sounds a little bit dated. Now, she sings very well. She looks good. I love the styling, but the staging is also weird. The staging is weird. So that's happening. The staging's a little bit weird. The vocal is good. The vocal is the best part of it. And the styling, the vocal and the styling. But I don't expect Romania to qualify this year. I just don't expect it to qualify. I've seen a couple of comments with people asking me about the Salvador Netta thing. I'm not really going to comment on that. I think everybody is entitled to their opinion, but I do believe that we can give our opinions in a way that is tactful and respectful. And I also think his timing of giving those opinions, it was like, well, could we just have the contest first? And then later on, if you want to say you didn't like a song, let's do that. But like, we have to be better and we have to be examples and we have to be kind of ambassadors. And I understand that this is a role that he doesn't necessarily want to play right now. And thank you, Yusuf. I understand that this is a role that he does not want to play, but if that's not a role you want to play, then you should not have competed, period. Done. There's nothing else to say about that. Which stage do I prefer, 2017 or 2018? I prefer this stage. Last year, the stage was big. Everybody looked teeny, tiny on the stage, and it was very sad. It was very sad for it to be so small. And people just got lazy with the staging with all them damn selfie projections. I mean, tired, lazy, and whack. Like, we need some dancers. We need pyro. We need, like think thoughtfully about your staging. Don't just like slap a background on there and then put your performer in the middle of the stage. Lazy. Do I think Norway could be a shock non-qualifier? Look, that would be my dream. If Norway didn't qualify, I would be very happy. And I would be happy because I think we might see Slovenia. We might see Serbia. I would even put Malta in there. Yeah, and maybe even a pathway for Latvia. Because Latvia's song is not bad. I just think the running order is honestly killing it because it's sandwiched between Hungary and Sweden. And Hungary and Sweden are easily top 10 finishers this year, if not top 5, both of them. And to have her sandwiched in between them, the odds are not in your favor. Oh, Tara King, could you write a full sentence? Looks like something from 25 years ago, so then I can know what you're saying. Mammy, stop bashing Norway. Then maybe you should just leave. Maybe you should just leave. Maybe this is not the space for you. You could just leave. You cannot watch this. Yeah, because I'm not bashing Norway. I have valid reasons for not liking the song. I will say this. The staging fits the song. The staging is not bad. I can see people at home voting for it, and I can see why people like it. But you're not just going to keep posting comments saying that we're bashing him, because we're not bashing him. People are allowed to not like a song, and you also have the freedom of choice to tune in to someone else's live stream. Someone says this year looks so old-fashioned. I don't think so. I actually don't think it looks old-fashioned. Yeah, that's not what I'm feeling. And I did see Semifinal 1 live in the arena, and I don't think it looks old-fashioned. I'm into it. If I could be part of it, so now I'm going to try and answer some of the questions that I'm getting here. Do I like Storm, the UK entry? I like it, but it's not doing anything that impactful this year, and it's just a tough year. I think UK is probably going to finish lower than what they did with Lucy Jones, unfortunately, this year. But I don't think it's a bad song, and I like Siri. What do I think about the Denmark song? Yes, I do think Denmark is going to qualify. Would I be shocked if Latvia ends up qualifying? I would not be shocked if Latvia ends up qualifying, because she is a good singer. But I do think that, I just think the running order is not helping her. And I wish with her vocal, she was acting more with the vocal. And then it's like when she does try to act, I don't really believe her. So if I were her, I would work on my acting skills a little bit, because so much of singing, like some people say, it's like 50% the vocal and 50% like the acting, how you deliver the song. And I'm just not really believing her. Favorite red carpet outfits, or blue carpet outfits. I didn't really watch the blue carpet. So here we are. Thank you, Alexander. Yes, I am on my way. Thank you. And I do want to say thank you to everybody who watches and who has like subscribed to me. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, I really do this myself. This is a labor of love. I just love Eurovision. So it's just, and I started my channel, I should say, I started my channel because I just got sick of not having anyone to talk to Eurovision about, like to talk about the contest with people. And so I started a channel so that I could have conversations just like the one I'm having. So I really appreciate everybody. Honestly, like, thank you, like for real. Thoughts on the host. You know, I hate to say it. I don't know if it's really even their fault, because someone writes a script. So I don't even know if it's their fault, but I am not into, I'm not into this hosting this year. I like Philomena. She could have just done it herself, or maybe with one of the other girls. Like Philomena could have been like our fun, sassy, like fresh one. And then they could have had one of the other girls, you know, kind of, you know, that she could play off of, like with, let's just say Daniela Rua. But real talk, I don't know. They are playing the mess out of Daniela, because she has to do all of these horrible, like maritime jokes, and they're not funny, and it's weird. And she needs to talk to somebody, because they gave her the worst part of the script. I'm not into it. So yeah, the hosting for me is, yeah. I already talked about Denmark. Okay. Would I ever represent a country in Eurovision if you could? And what country? I don't know. I mean, I'm American. So that would be tricky. I don't know. In theory, I guess I would have to say I'd have to pick the country of my oppressors, which would be the UK. Like, I guess it would have to be them. But then again, I offered to Ireland. I said, Ireland, I help you guys out. But then they qualified this year. So maybe they don't need my help. That's fine. But I'm not going to lie. If I competed in Eurovision, I would want to win. I would want to win, or at least have a chance to like finish, you know, high up. So I'd have to, you know, think about that. You know, I'd want to win, but nah. If Greece didn't qualify, does that worry you for Semi-2's ethnic songs? I will say no, because Greece didn't qualify because her vocal was not tight, and the camera angles were not tight enough to feature the staging. And that's just the truth of the matter. Her vocal was not what it needed to be. And Serbia's vocal has never been off. Montenegro's vocal has never been off. And Georgia's vocal has never been off. Now, Georgia and Montenegro staging, I wish Serbia had tighter camera angles. I really do. I wish their camera angles were tighter. I wish we got more of, I think her name is Danica. I wish we got more of Danica's face because she's real cute and she's doing the work. She's singing. So I wish we got more shots of her. I think that would have actually, I think if we had tighter camera angles of her, that would actually do something. Do you think native language will keep growing in popularity because we have more of it this year than last year? Yes, and I hope so. I really hope people stop thinking that they have to do something in English, especially when you have the case of if it's going to then be in English and then the English lyrics are going to be kind of clunky, you know? Do I have a favorite stage of all time? You know, 2016 was pretty cool. 2016 was pretty cool. I mean, and Baku was epic, though. Baku was just like an epic stage. Yeah. Have I seen the UK entry, Sari? Of course. I'm here in Lisbon right now. So I've seen all the rehearsals. The staging is good. The staging is really good. Yeah. Yeah. Have I met any of the singers yet? Yes. I met Ermal from Italy. That was really cool. I met Claudia Pasquale. I met from Portugal. I met Eleni from Cyprus. I met Sara Alto from Finland. I met everyone in Bulgaria. Y'all know I love Bulgaria. Low-key, it's their turn. I hate to say it like that, but low-key, it's their turn. I want, oh, yeah, Bulgaria. Let me see. You have a feeling that Netherlands could be the shock non-qualifier? No, I think Netherlands is getting in. I do. Do I think the juries will kill Slovenia? I think they will. I do think they will, but I think some juries might appreciate the fact that, like, she does sound good. The styling is good. The staging is good. And it is different. It is different. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Because will Malta qualify, in my opinion? I think Malta is borderline. Do I think Portugal can finish top 10? Probably not this year. I don't know, though, because the staging is really, really good. Will I vote for someone? I can't. I can't vote for anyone. Are there any costumes you would like to wear from all the Eurovision entries? I want Franca's dress. I want that. I could also take Jessica's dress. I could take that one, too. Claudia's dress. Portugal's staging and styling, I'm a fan. I think they did it well. What about the presenter styling? I liked, I did like the suit that Daniela Rua had in the first one. I thought that was really slick and cute. All the rest of the dresses were just like gowns and I didn't really care. And I liked Filomeno's black dress from the green room. That was cute. The rest of the girls just had like basic gowns on and it was like, whatever, like we've seen it before. So then let's say if Australia get through, will it be because of the televote? No, if Australia gets through, it's because of the jury, because the televote's been playing Australia. So that's why I'm like, I think if Australia makes it, it's gonna be because of the jury. People at home aren't voting for that song. And not that vocal. She said she was. Ooh, I'm so concerned for her. Alesia, if you could, would you be a jury member? I think I would be an amazing jury member. I think somebody's country should pick me up and put me on the jury because I've worked in radio. I have written songs. I sing songs. I perform, and I actually know and love this amazing thing that we call the Eurovision Song Contest. So yeah. Do I think I don't want Norway to qualify. I think it's going to. Sorry, Vincent. I think it's going to qualify. Yeah. If it doesn't qualify, I don't know what bar, if y'all are in Lisbon, I don't know what bar we going to, but drinks on me, okay? Because I'm popping all the bottles, all right? Will juries respect Montenegrin Serbian song and give them a lot of points? I think juries might give preferential treatment to Serbia over Montenegro, I think. But I do think there are going to be some people at home that really like Serbia's entry. That's why I say so. Remember, my borderlines are Malta, Serbia, and Slovenia. And the two people I'm actually concerned about in my final, so I'll go again with my final, who I think is qualifying. Ukraine, Sweden, Hungary, Poland, Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, Russia, Moldova, and Australia. But I think Russia's in trouble, and I do think Australia is in trouble. And I don't know, on a level, I was like, maybe juries won't appreciate Moldova that much, but those harmonies are so tight. I couldn't imagine them not appreciating it. It's just, yeah. How will Suri do? Suri is going to, she's going to come lower than what Lucy Jones did. It just is what it is. The staging is good and the song is not bad. But we got some, we just, oh, sorry. We got bangers this year. Australia have a pub and YouTube to vote for them. Do you see it? Wait, I don't know what you're saying, Jose. Maybe retweak the comment. Can Montenegro go through if the juries give them a lot of points? No. You're so simple things is so jealous that I met Debin. Debin is great. I met Debin before though. I met Debin in 2016 in Stockholm. So yes, Serbian vocals are so good. They are. They really are. Is this your radio voice? My radio voice is my voice. I just talk like me. I should be the fifth juror. Best Nordic country this year. Ooh. Low-key Finland. And the only reason why I say Finland, actually, yeah. That's crazy because I was used to just saying Sweden, and I like Sweden's staging. But I will say Benjamin is young. He's a young performer. And there is something so showgirl in the best way about Sara Alto, where she hits that stage and she is alive. And I think the staging is perfect. I wouldn't change anything about it. And the thing with Sweden, I wouldn't necessarily change anything about it. But there are times when Benjamin's voice isn't hitting. He's not hitting bum notes and he's not flat or anything like that. But it is a difficult song. So off that, no, if I had to say best Nordic entry, I would give it to Finland. Yeah, I would give it to Finland. What do I think about Serbia for jury? If you know somebody in Serbia that needs a jury member that can hook me up, I'll join their jury. I don't know. Oh, and what do I think about Serbia for the jury? I think the jury is going to give points for Serbia. I do. I think the jury will give them some love. We'll see. Is Poland going to qualify? Yes. Hey, Amy F. UK needs to hook you up with that jury position. Maybe, but I'm sure the UK jury is probably fine. I think the country that probably needs help is maybe some of these countries where they don't have a lot of singers and music professionals. Because I know, like, on some of the juries for some of the countries, they have like TV hosts that aren't even like singers, like that haven't even like been singers. So I think that's weird. Has UK fixed the technical issues and what were they? I don't know anything about that. The staging looked good every time that I saw it, but maybe they were having some issues because they do have this light rig. And so maybe some of the light rigs weren't firing off when they were supposed to. Do I think Greece would have qualified if it had been in semifinal too? Probably. I do. But again, I don't know if they should have because that vocal was not tight and the camera angles were not what we needed them to be. Period. Alexander Carvalho asks me, do I think I will have post Eurovision depression? Every year I do, but I'm going to try and go on enough trips. That's what I'm going to try. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try and go on enough trips to then like erase my mind from it. Why do the bookmakers rank Norway as one of the favorites? Because it's Alexander Rybak. And some people really do like the song because it is so cute. It is so fun for them. So yeah, that's why. Latvia, I don't think is going to qualify. Axel. Do I think Whalen could pull a, what was her name? Trencha? No, I don't. I don't think that that's happening. Amy F thinks Russia shouldn't qualify. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. Samuel, hey, Alesia, not related to Semi 2, but why do you think Azura saw your video about improvements that could be made but didn't change? They did change. They did change from the first rehearsal that I did a reaction to. They actually did change things. So yeah, and the styling is bomb. That was like my biggest concern, was just like, we need to make sure that that styling is tight. And I actually met the designer for both of them. And I was like, girl, when they're done with the fashions, can you pass them my way? I'll get them altered. Don't worry about it. Just pass them my way because I want them. So out of the Nordic countries, oh, wait, no. I already answered that. TID, or is it TLD? Between Serbia and Montenegro, Montenegro is going through, even though I'd love to see Serbia in the final. Steven, that's interesting because I was thinking that first. And now that I'm here in Lisbon and watching the staging, kind of feeling the crowd energy, I would actually put Serbia here. Horatio says, you have been the most accurate in your YouTube predicting winners. You are objective. Well, thank you. I try to be. I try. I'm not trying to come for anybody, for real. Anna Sophie asked me about the German song. Watch my other videos, Anna Sophie. For real. I've got a whole video where I break down my thoughts on the Big Five plus Portugal. So you should watch that. The one, yes. Blueberry Muffin, why isn't Spain in the top 5 with the bookmakers? It's a major contender to win. Not anymore. With it coming in the first semifinal and with the staging that we're getting, How do I think juries will receive Hungary's entry? I think it's going to be a mixed bag, but I do think juries are going to give it the love that it deserves. Like I said, Hungary could win. Hungary, Estonia, Bulgaria, and honestly, Lithuania could win. And I'll tell you why. I am concerned that with the heavy hitters that we have, like, I think the girls who are going to vote for the young guys are going to be split between Rybak, Malevan, Benjamin. There's someone else too. There's another young guy where they're going to be split up. You get what I'm saying? Then I think there's going to be a split with the divas. You know, our girls, Sara Alto, Eleni, and Netta. Because I think those songs, you have to kind of think about songs that are kind of in the same category and serving sort of the same community, serving the same demographic. And I think we could have a situation where the votes get split, and then the songs that are able to rise above, that kind of get points here and there, are going to be kind of the unique songs that are just in their own realm. And those songs are Hungary, Bulgaria, and Estonia, and a little bit of Lithuania. Don't count out Lithuania. Something's going on there. Something's going on with Lithuania. So yeah. So Wall says Australia will qualify for sure if the juries put it through, because that televote is not coming through for Australia. It's never really come through for them. So yeah. Bonnie says, I think juries will rate Russia last. Will they? Will they? We have to see. I don't know. My thoughts on the robots. I don't know how much money they paid for those, but they should return them and get their money back, because it's not really doing anything for the performance. But it's San Marino, so here we go. I'm looking for more questions. Statistically, 3 to 5 ballots always qualified from each semi. Could this semi be an exception since most ballots are mediocre? I'm telling you, this is a year of firsts. We will see. This is a year of firsts, okay? Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, my OMG. Australia has ads saying to vote for them. Can you believe? Look, they need votes. They need votes because that vocal was not what it needed to be. And if the juries know better, and especially last night, apparently at the jury show, her vocal was not good. Not good, not good. So, yikes. Okay. ESC video says they but Moldova's not winning. If Ireland can make it through, Georgia and San Marino can 100%. No. No, I don't agree with you, Toby. I'm sorry. Do I think there are going to be any surprises tonight? Excuse me. Hold on. I don't want to cough you guys out. Hold on. Of course there are going to be surprises this year. Of course, this is a year first. This is a year first, and I love it. It's fun for people like me. I don't think San Marino is going to make it through. I don't think Georgia's going to make it through. Of the ethnic joints this year, I'd be talking about Serbia Montenegro. And like I said before, I'm giving the edge to Serbia. But we'll see. Do I think Cyprus can win it? I do and I don't. Like I said, I think the vote could get split. I think when you think about the demographic that's really going to rally behind Cyprus, and it's the same demo that would rally around Finland. It's the same demo that would rally around Netta. So when you look at those three, I think Netta actually gets the edge because she's also getting the young girls who are also going to be voting for. And I don't. Like I said, I think the vote could get split. I think when you think about the demographic that's really going to rally behind Cyprus, and it's the same demo that would rally around Finland. It's the same demo that would rally around Netta. So when you look at those three, I think Netta actually gets the edge because she's also getting the young girls who are also going to be voting for the young guys, even though Alexander Rybak's not that young, but the guys, so that's, Rybak, Malovin, Benjamin. I am leaving out one. And Nicholas Joseph. So I think we could have a split vote situation where if so that's, Rybak, Malovin, Benjamin. I am leaving out one. And Nicholas Joseph. So I think we could have a split vote situation where if you have that happen. So if you're wondering what I mean by like a split vote, this happened in the Oscars like 4 or 5 years ago, where it was like Michelle Williams and Viola Davis were basically winning each award. Like Viola would win the SAG Awards and then Michelle will. And so then when it came down to the Oscars, like a split vote, this happened in the Oscars like 4 or 5 years ago, where it was like Michelle Williams and Viola Davis were basically winning each award. Like Viola would win the SAG Awards and then Michelle will. And so then when it came down to the Oscars, all the voters went split. They voted for Michelle Williams or Viola Davis. But since they split up, then Meryl Streep split. They voted for Michelle Williams or Viola Davis. But since they split up, then Meryl Streep ended up winning. And she didn't win any of the awards beforehand because it was like all these things. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what I mean. So ended up winning. And she didn't win any of the awards beforehand because it was like all these things. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what I mean. So Tara King says, she is amazing, Sada. She is. And I saw her. I went to the Wee Wee Jam last night, which that was a lot of fun. So shout out Wee Wee Blogs. I went to the Wee Wee Jam. Y'all did a great job. You created an awesome space. Because I will say this year at Eurovision, I think there's been a lot of kind of divisiveness when it comes to like where people are hanging out. Because there's like the Euro Fan Cafe, which I can't even go to Euro Cafe because I didn't get into that. And then you have Euro Club, and so I can go to Euro Club. But then even some people weren't able to get any access to either. So then Trump's is doing like their own like thing. So it's just like everyone's been really spread out. And I think it's really, I think that was really unfortunate. And I will say from an organizational standpoint, I think Sweden was onto something when they had Fan Cafe and Euro Club in the same venue. I come to this because I want to interact and see people. And honestly, I feel like I haven't seen that many people because everything's been so split. So kudos to them for creating a space. I just think that that's really dope, for real. So will this year's winner be a surprise, do you think? I do, and I just explained because of the split vote situation. I think that that's what we're going to end up having. Sue is asking me, do I have any advice for wannabe Eurovision competitors? Yes, make sure your vocal is tight. Because at the end of the day, you need to deliver the song. And we don't have time for funky vocals. We don't. And make sure you work with the team that wants to like support you. I think that's another important thing that I think people don't think about. And look, I said this before, staging and styling matters. It just does. It just does. Staging, styling matters. The song matters too. But we are living in a world where it can't just be a great song. The staging has to work. The styling has to work. And if anyone wants to tell me, well, Salvador, he didn't have anything. I'm like, Salvador had great staging and the styling fit the song. Like it did. He looked like an authentic, you know, singer. It was the whole package worked. Oh, wow. So I guess what you guys are saying is Australia is putting ads on my channel. That's great. So at least you know my channel exists. I don't know. Promote it, I guess. Do what you got to do because, like I said, that vocal wasn't tight. Alesia, would you rep San Marino? No. No. Finland ain't Baltic. I know it's not. Did someone else say that in the comments? Because I know it's not. Unknown girl asked me what I think about Germany's entry this year. Watch my other videos. I have a whole video where I talk about ranking the Big Five. So you should watch that video. What else? Israel or Cyprus? I'll take either. For real. And I say that honestly. I'll take either of them. Yeah, I'll take either of them. It's like apples and oranges on a level too. What song do I listen to more though? I listen to Cyprus more. Yes, I listen to Cyprus more. Like Cyprus, I play in my car. I listen to Cyprus more than I listen to Toy. Portugal will end in the lower half. That's what Alfredo says. Oh, ye of little faith. Eurovision 2017 versus 2018. 2018 all day. This was so much better than last year. We've got so many good quality songs this year. For real, for real. Do I think Ireland could do really well? Not really. Not really. I think they could have done really well if they had only had dancers, if we didn't see Ryan at all. That sounds bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. I just think let's just see a story happen and unfold before us. Like an artist doesn't necessarily have to be there, aka like Sia. You know what I mean? Like we don't need that. You'll still be singing. Did I like Albania? Yes. Can France win? I'm not getting a French win right now. But I will say, and I've said this before, France is probably my most listened to song here. Now, it also was one of the first songs that we had, so it was one of the earlier ones. So maybe that was it. All right, well, I'm gonna shut down. Please join me tonight. I am gonna be live streaming Semifinal 2. I won't be talking that much, you know, because I'll be in this room. I'll be in the fan lounge, which is here in the press center area. So I won't be talking too much because I don't want to be rude to other people, but it also might be cool because you might get a sense of the songs that other people, other fans are into. Maybe I'll bring some people over here and there. Other fans are into. Maybe I'll bring some people over here and there. And you won't have to listen to any of the hokey jokes from the host because I'll just talk during those time periods. So please do join me for semifinal 2 tonight. And anyone, this video will obviously be on my YouTube channel. I already gave out my predictions. Yeah, Miko's like, please show us your predictions. You can scroll back and see those because I already said that. So bye, everyone, and please do join me this evening. This evening.